Hey yo, thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source backing you up with the information that matters to you. Hey yo, check this out, man. Alright, man, so Boosie has been going back and forth for LNX. We already know this, man. Alright, LNX's pops jumped into the fray, man, and he was basically on some old like, yo, man, you a grown man, you know what I'm saying? You coming out here, coming at my son, man, you a gangster and all this other stuff. What is you doing? That's basically what his pops was saying, man. Like, you doing the most, okay? Azealia Banks jumped into the fray. All right, because she had to get her hit in. All right, Azealia Banks jumped into the fray, and what she said was, let me read what she said here, man. First off, she posted, as far as Dave Chappelle goes, I'm like, why are you going at Dave? As far as Dave Chappelle goes, you are more than obviously attracted to trans women, and that is okay. Life is short. Explore, sis. First off, Azealia Banks, don't come for Dave Chappelle. Please don't come for Dave Chappelle. Because as far as I remember, you said he was with you. You see what I'm saying? How you gonna say he's with you and then you gonna turn around and say he's attracted to trans women? Lady, please, go to somewhere. Oh, before you do, let's get to the second part of what she said. She said, quote, Dave Chappelle and Lil Boosie are both entirely too grown and entirely too black to be this concerned about other people's sex lives. It's high-key embarrassing. Dave Chappelle is also about 4 years late to the transphobia outrage attention grab, and Lil Boosie gets no extra street cred for antagonizing a young black kid who he chooses to love. LNX is not the catalyst for the generational debris left behind from centuries of psychological terrorism and the sexual exploitation of black men. Interesting direction to come from. And women on southern plantations via forced slave breathing, buck breaking, bed wenching. Wait. Let me go back. Let me read that again. Lil Nas X is not the catalyst for the generational debris left behind from centuries of psychological terrorism, sexual exploitation of black men, women on southern plantations through slave breeding, etc., right? Lil Nas X didn't invent the current model for systematic oppression through food, apartheid, anti-literacy law, and for the profit prison industrial complex. It sounds like she's almost taking the same approach that some of the politicians took when they was like, yo, man, we didn't start slavery. That was over 100 years ago. And it's like, fam, you still uphold a lot of the laws and the rules, and you still uphold and you still benefit from a lot of those things. Go sit down somewhere. My bad. Let me keep it going. LNX, what she say here? LNX is not single-handedly responsible for your decision to consider those trappings real ninja-ish as you continue to wear your trauma and oppression as a badge of honor. You're so effing bamboozled, it's ridiculous. The fact that you have the confidence to publicly suggest he kill himself for living a life free of all the things that have completely obliterated your ability to see yourself as anything other than a ward of the state is absolutely heartbreaking. I wish she was a little bit more clear in what she was trying to say. She's saying here that the man has been bamboozled, that he is, what is it? You have the confidence to publicly, he has the confidence to publicly suggest that LNX kill himself for living a life free of all the things that have completely obliterated your ability. So he is free of the things that obliterated Boosie's ability to see himself as anything other than a ward of the state. In other words, don't forget, Boosie, you're only a ward of the state, is what she's saying. She's saying those things blind your vision, right? And he doesn't have that kind of problem. You're on your way to becoming a felon, dear, which means you can't own a passport. You'll never get to experience the beauty of traveling the world. You'll not be able to vote. There's a lot of corporate money invested in clandestinely and insidiously putting you and other black men in situations to trap you. It's the hip-hop to prison pipeline. I think I hear what she's saying here. She's saying a lot of what the hip-hop culture is promoting is the same type of thing that puts a lot of young black men into prisons. And a lot of that stuff is coming out of hip-hop and what hip-hop promotes. This part I agree with what she's saying. A lot of what hip-hop does promote is the same thing that puts young men in prison. I can get with what Azealia is saying right here. This is how they make their money, she says, and keep you out of power. I agree again. Please, I beg you, realize that you are walking right into their trap, and LNX is not your enemy. We, the culture, do not want this to end in violence and incarceration. Please. Okay, I get what she's saying right here, too. You see what I'm saying? A lot of hip-hop leads people straight into the open jaws of the monster, of the beast. You follow what I'm saying, man? And they'll say, yo, we will pump more money into you, right? As you lead more masses of people into... But here's the crazy part about this whole thing. Here's the crazy part. Most of hip-hop, right, is funneled directly not into black communities, but into white communities as well. So it ain't just black kids that are taking this stuff in. It's white kids too. You see what I'm saying? So what is she saying? Is she saying everybody is being led into prison and in this pipeline? See, as far as I understand, the prison system, there's still a disproportionate rate, a higher, much, much higher rate of blacks being incarcerated by a landslide against white. Yet whites are like, what is it, 63%? 70, I think like 63 to 68% at this point. In other words, there are so many more whites than blacks, but so many more blacks incarcerated. So there's still that problem. It's a systemic problem. We already established that. But a lot of what she's saying requires deeper thought. A lot of deeper thought. I got to do a whole lot of deeper thought. I got to go back and read what she said. I might be saying something wrong. Anyway, let us know what I missed. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Be sure to like, be sure to subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to Celeb Source, backing you up with the information that matters to you.